What's up, everybody? The Grounded Gamer here. I am Jay Fonzarelli, and what we just witnessed was the Microsoft show. Now, I just finished watching this Microsoft E3 2019, and color me unimpressed. And before you bring the pitchforks out and come after me, if you thought the show was great, I have no problems with that. If you enjoy the show, that's awesome. I'm glad you did. But obviously, you and I had different expectations of this show. Now, if you heard my last video, I was speaking on that video about what I think they should do. One of the biggest things was show at least one new IP, a AAA IP that is, and they didn't do that. And I was very disappointed by that. Those rumored leaks were not true. The gameplay for Halo Infinite, there was no gameplay. It was a trailer. Now, it was one of the highlights of the whole show, that's for sure. It had me feeling things for the franchise I haven't felt in years. Not since before Bungie left, to be honest. That said, I'm excited for this one, and it's gonna drop the day the new console drops. Holiday 2020, they're saying. It's a really good thing that they have a huge game, their biggest franchise ever, dropping the day their new console does. That's amazing. I would have liked to seen some gameplay, but I'm okay with them showing the trailer there. I'm okay with that. I'm not too disappointed on that. What I am disappointed in is the fact that they didn't show much gameplay of any game. Not even the game that's about to launch in September. That, of course, being Gears of War 5. It is now June 9th, and in September, we're going to have Gears 5 drop. They showed an escape mode that looked cool in CGI form or in-game engine form or whatever it was, but it wasn't gameplay. And to be honest, I really wanted to see campaign gameplay. We did not get campaign gameplay for a game that's about to drop in a few months. I found that to be a very, very odd choice. They had this whole production where they went beneath the stage, and beneath the stage they had it all dressed up looking like, you know, the Gears of War game. They had displays and Xboxes set up. They had some celebrities or athletes playing the game, but yet they didn't show us any of that gameplay. I just think it's kind of odd here that they chose to go this route. You have a game coming out soon, and you're not really promoting it the right way. It's been a big problem with Microsoft this generation, and I hate to be so negative right now in this video, but I have to speak my mind. I have to be honest with you guys. And if you don't want to hear anything negative, then shut the video down and go watch somebody that really did like the show, because I didn't. Matter of fact, I give this show a 3 out of 10. The biggest reason is they didn't show a brand new AAA IP. That is huge. I think Microsoft really needed to do that. And then they showed us a lot of games that just shouldn't be on an E3 stage, in my opinion. These are just my opinions, but I really don't think that a bunch of indie games should be shown on the biggest stage of the year. That's the kind of stuff I think that they should show on Inside Xbox. You know, the Game Pass sizzle reel that they did? That's cool. Do the sizzle reel. Throw all the indies in there. And I know a lot of people love indie games. I like some indie games, but they shouldn't be showcased at E3, in my opinion. If you guys feel differently, I understand, but this is just me, and I'm speaking my mind here. As for the PC games, I understand that there's PC gamers you want to reach, but again, I don't think games like Age of Empires or Flight Simulator need to be on an E3 stage. I'm a multi-console gamer. I'm in it for games. That's why I'm in this hobby. And the way I see it is that Microsoft just didn't get anybody excited. They didn't show any real compelling new games or anything. Sure, there was Gears, but no gameplay. Halo, I kind of understand. People are excited for Halo, but that's not enough. They needed to show something new. As I said earlier, Gears didn't even have any gameplay, and that game's coming out soon. You're telling me they couldn't show gameplay compelling enough to get people to buy the console? They're promising new mechanics and stuff. You show that. The real highlight, the real star of the show was Cyberpunk 2077. That trailer looked phenomenal. Best of show, maybe even best of E3 in my opinion. The way they did that whole thing, the production there, they showed the trailer and then you had Keanu frickin' Reeves come out and give the release date of 4/16/2020, who by the way is also in the game. Anyways, that was best of show in my opinion for Microsoft, and it's a multiplat. Microsoft announced a new studio acquisition, and that was Double Fine. They made Psychonauts, and they have Psychonauts 2 coming out, and Psychonauts 2 looks a lot like Psychonauts 1. Double Fine is not a bad studio, but it's an indie studio, so you're gonna get those types of games. My daughter just recently replayed Psychonauts, so she'll be excited to play this for sure. Microsoft also spoke very briefly on their cloud streaming service. I'm not sure what was going on there, but it was surprising to me because I thought they were going to speak more on it, and they just didn't. It was sort of like, hey, we got a beta coming out in October. You could play the games you already own for free anywhere you'd like. When I get more info on it, I'll definitely pass that on to you guys. But for now, there's some sort of beta coming out in October. And of course, they brought up the next-gen console. They talked about Scarlet and how it was going to be a monster, and, they actually said it was going to eat monsters. Haha. Anyways, they talked about some kind of hybrid SSD drive that's going to be really fast and, just like the PS5 was shown, you're going to get faster load times and stuff. And that's cool. We need that in the future. We kind of expected this out of this console. One thing they did not do, though, is tout specs. They didn't say any T-flops or anything like that. They just said that this was going to be a really powerful console coming out next holiday. And of course, with that, Halo. They did announce a couple of big JRPGs, Tales of Arise and Phantasy Star Online 2. Both are huge games. They also had a Dragon Ball game as well, and these will attract a wider audience, unlike those indie games. Let's face it, as good as some of these indie games are, because I do like some of them, they're not selling consoles. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you here. I mean, honestly, if I keep going, I'm just going to harp on a lot of the stuff that I didn't like about the show, and I really don't want to do that. I mean, the positive takeaways, of course, is Halo Infinite looks like it could be very phenomenal. The new console coming out is going to be very powerful, and that drops the same day as Halo, holiday 2020, which again is very awesome. Cyberpunk 2077, the trailer, the production, Keanu coming out, given the release date. The show needed more of that. It was really good. If you have to just pick at some positives for the show, the two major takeaways would be Halo dropping with the console in 2020 and Cyberpunk 2077. Anyways, this is just my opinion on the show, guys. If you really like the show, that's awesome. I really respect your opinions. Hopefully you can respect mine. And until next time, try to be the best possible you, be kind to one another, and of course, as always, game on.